Why the report on election interference doesn't answer the questions at hand and should be ignored. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. The report issued Tuesday on the integrity of Canada's 2021 federal election simply isn't credible. Now, that assessment is based on two things. One, reading the report, and two, some facts about the man who wrote it. Morris Rosenberg, the retired diplomat who wrote the report, is the former president of the Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation. He was leading that organization, the one named in honor of the current prime minister's late father, when they took in a $1 million donation from Chinese businessman Zhang Bing. Now, Zhang Bing attended one of Trudeau's exclusive fundraisers in May of 2016, just before that $1 million donation happened. That gave $200,000 directly to the Trudeau Foundation, $750,000 to the University of Montreal for scholarships in honor of Pierre Trudeau. Oh, and an extra $50,000 for a statue of the late prime minister that doesn't look like it was ever completed. Now, according to the Globe and Mail, citing national security sources, Zhang was recorded speaking with a Chinese diplomat who instructed him to make the donation with the understanding the Chinese government would fully reimburse him. Rosenberg was present for the donation ceremony in June 2016 and oversaw the Trudeau Foundation at a time when foreign donations, including from China, increased dramatically. Now, he's written the report the Trudeau government wanted on election interference, giving them the headline saying the vote wasn't compromised. Well, Rosenberg's past should have precluded him from writing this report. Instead, he simply compromised the integrity of it, but not just due to his past, also what's written. The report never states that interference never happened, just that it didn't cross some ill-defined threshold of threatening free and fair elections. The report does make clear that there was no clear metric for what that threshold was, or if the public should be informed. Let me quote, though. However, the National Security Agency saw attempts at foreign interference, but not enough to have met the threshold of impacting electoral integrity. Again, how is that determined? How do you determine when the threshold is crossed? The report states that the panel doesn't even know where that should be, but does give a hint that it has to be pretty widespread. Quote, if there was a clear case of interference that affected a single riding or targeted an ethnic group, it's unlikely to be considered significant enough to threaten the credibility of the entire election. So if Chinese Canadians were being targeted with disinformation, let's say, that's enough to throw several ridings, bureaucrats would say, no threshold crossed. If a former MP, like Conservative MP Kenny Chiu, were targeted for proposing a policy Beijing didn't like, well, threshold's not crossed. Both of these things happened in the 2021 election. The Conservatives, as well as national security agencies, reported it to the panel, but they didn't think it was a big deal. Here's two other bullet points from the report. Quotes, CSIS expressed concerns that China notably tried to target elected officials to promote their national interest and encourage individuals to act as proxies on their behalf. Report also states, CSIS stated that China uses many techniques, including threats to the Chinese community in Canada. But the use of proxy agents makes it difficult to know that China's behind it. What this report effectively says is that the level of interference didn't stretch to all 338 ridings, so nothing to be concerned about. Trudeau government's going to use this report to try and bury the story, but the public shouldn't let them. If one candidate was elected or defeated due to foreign interference, then that's too much. Canadians deserve the full truth on this, not more cover-ups from people handpicked by Trudeau. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.